Another paint job done. Now it's time to go exploring. Good day, everyone. So it looks like I'm back at it again. A week or so ago, me and Crystal came in here for a walk, and she told me she found an old road up on the side of the mountain here. Me and her went in yesterday and checked it out, and sure enough, there's a road, and it looks like it goes in a long ways. Whether or not it leads to something, I don't know, but we couldn't go in too far yesterday because we didn't have the right footwear on for it, and it was kind of muddy, so you know, we had to turn around. But today I'm prepared for that. I bought a new set of rubber boots, and hopefully they're comfortable because it's hard to find a good pair of rubber boots. But I'm going to take them for a test drive today, see what they're like, and see what we can find. So the boots do seem pretty comfortable, so we'll see what they're like on a long hike. The brand name of them is 8 Fans. I got them on Amazon, and they're definitely better than anything I've worn on my feet before when it comes to rubber boots. But the whole truth of it is what are they going to be like on a long journey up through the woods here? That's what we're about to find out. Since I'm going on a hike up through the mountains here, I'm not going to take much with me. Take my phone, because there is signal in here. I'm not going to take the drone in, because that's a little too bulky to carry, and let's be honest, there's a lot of trees up through there, so I can't really fly it anyway. But maybe I'll get some footage on the way out, fly it up over the hills and see if I can see anything. And besides my phone, I'll take my 2 extra batteries here for my DJI camera I got. The camera I use now is the best one I had yet. I had a few GoPros and that, but the older ones like GoPro 4 and I had a GoPro 6. But this DJI Osmo Action 4 is really great, I gotta say. I love the camera. And they're a good price too compared to the rest. I mean, I think it was like 300 bucks or something. So what I'm going to do now is lock up the tracker here. It's pretty safe in here. I mean, not too many people comes in, especially in the daytime. And I'm going to head her on up the mountain. So just a little ways up the trail, I'm almost to the old road, and I found this underground. If anybody knows what it is, please let me know in the comments. To me, it looks like an old light bulb that used to hang off a cord in underground mines. Now that's just a wild guess because this is a mining area. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure someone out there do know. There's 2 contacts on it. Very strange. It definitely looks like a light bulb though, of some sort. So I'm halfway up this mountain now, and as you can see, this is an old road. But that was quite a hike up to the top of here. Like, I just don't understand why there was a road here. It must have served some purpose. I will check out on the other side of the brook here after, because the road does continue over there too. But for now, we'll go this way and see what we can find. Still climbing, and it's steady, steep uphill. So that's why I'm out of breath. And it's very muddy. Let me show you. This is what it's like walking through here. I've seen loads of moose tracks through here, so it's like a freeway for moose, I guess. Haven't seen any yet. Probably won't see any today. I just noticed over here an old metal barrel. So there's definitely something on the go up here years ago. Very glad for these rubber boots. So far they're working great. Looks like it gets a bit drier up ahead here. Some kind of ribbon marker. This is better going, yeah. So there's the road I was just walking on. And I looked up to my left, up the hill a bit further, is another road. Just keeps adding questions to the mystery. I don't know, kind of rough to go down through there. It's all grown in pretty good. I got time on the way back, I'll check that out. I think I may have just found another sign of an old mine. Bunch of loose rock over there. So I'm going to do what's best and go over and take a look. See if there's anything to this. It definitely looks like it was something at one time. But it's also well grown over too, so it's really hard to tell. I have been told that these mines were made back in about the 1920s, 1930s, roughly around there, before the Americans even came here. So that makes this really old. And I'm not seeing anything yet, but I don't know. I was also told that they were all buried over too when they left the mines, for safety reasons, of course. But let's wander around a bit and see if we can see anything. There's definitely something here before, so I'm guessing an underground mine. So I'm halfway up this rock ledge, very steep and very loose rock, and this rock ledge was blasted years ago, so that tells me there was a mine here years ago. Had to be. And it's guaranteed it's all underneath this rock that I'm standing on. I don't know how many mines there are in here, but this is the third one that we're after finding. So that's where I just came from, on that rock ledge. And I looked over here and I seen a hole that's been buried in. So who knows what that was. I'm not going to go down in there because you don't know how safe it is. But there's definitely another entrance. So over a little ways further, it's not hard to tell that these rocks were all put there intentionally. This is what they dug out to get in, make a mine shaft. Pretty interesting. So that was either taken out to make a mine shaft, or that could be burying a mine shaft. I mean, that's the worst when it's something from back in the 1920s and that. There's really not a lot of information, sadly. But there is something to this. There was definitely a mine here. See the hole under the rocks there, but pretty hard to get to it. Could be a nest for some kind of animal too. See if I could stick my camera on there. I gotta see if I could get into that. I know I won't fit in there, but I'd like to get a visual on it. Maybe even put the flashlight off my phone in there. See if it'll shine it up in it. Just see if there's anything there. Man, this is so grown over. A Vienna sausages container in there. I don't know how that got in there, but so that was the rock pile I was just looking through, and the road comes right here, right up alongside this rock ledge, and heads that way. I don't know if it goes any further than this, but I guess I'm about to find out. Somebody went through a lot of trouble putting a road in through here, I'll tell you that much. It must have been for a reason. From what I hear, they were mining iron ore, but apparently the grade wasn't acceptable. So whether or not that's true, I don't know, but some info is better than none, eh? So this still is a road. I wonder how far this goes in. We're just going around this big, still going around this big rock mountain here. And the trail goes this way. And I know I'm still on a trail because that log's put across to make a road. All cut. So, trail goes on through here. Might as well keep on going till I can't find no more trail. It's weird that these markers are still here. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but I'm still finding them. And it's on this trail too, so very interesting. Okay, looks like that's a dead end. I'm at a bog now. And as you can see, there's nothing past that. Not even any tracks. And there's one thing about a bog, tracks will stay in it for years and years. Just for reference, I'll show you guys how high up I am here. It's pretty crazy. That's steamboat over in the background. Pretty cool. Well, I'm back to where I found that mine too. And just over to the right from there, I found a big pile of rocks over the bank here. And bits and pieces of metal. So I'm definitely onto something here. Just everything is well buried over, I'll tell you that. When they left, they made sure there was nothing much left to see. But let me show you where I am. I'm guessing this is what they mined, maybe? They dug through all this rock, maybe? I don't know. I'd like to go down further through this, but it's so loose and dangerous, it's unreal. Some metal there. A bit more there. But other than that, I don't see a whole lot here. Some more metal. Just little metal straps. I'm going to try to go down here a little further, see if there's anything sticking out of the rocks. But, as you can see, I'm about to fall already, so I'm not going to go too far down. So here's a view being halfway down this rock ledge. I looked around. I don't see anything else sticking out of the rocks, so I guess that's it. I'll head her back and check out any other side trails I see on the way out. So I came back to the first trail I got sidetracked on where it looked really hard to get through. So I got past that spot, and looks like this trail goes in a fair ways too. And it seems like every trail I'm finding got a rock ledge right next to it the whole ways. As you can see. Might as well keep going down this trail. See where it goes anyway. If anywhere. Probably just add some more questions to the puzzle. And then again, there's always at one time you might actually find something, right? So that road came to a dead end too. Came to an open bog, so couldn't really go any further. So now I'm going to walk back into where I first came from and check out the trail on the other side of that brook. Kind of glad this is all downhill from here. I'll tell you, that uphill, whew, that's really something when you get a little older. Don't enjoy it as much, but gotta keep on going, eh? So here's where I started, and we're going to cross the brook here and continue up this trail, see where it takes us. So the end of this road came to an abrupt end. It's just a pure drop off here. It brought me right next to where the first mine is that Charlie showed me, right up on that hill. So from what I see, these roads are all connected to all the mines. So if I explore them a bit more, I'll probably find more mines. There's still Oxback Pond, which is behind Mine Pond. Got to explore the rest of the ways around that yet. And in there's also an old Boy Scout camp. There's not much left there, a few foundations and some water piping and some other stuff, but I'll add that into a video soon too. So I think I'm going to start heading back to the tracker now, and when it gets back, it's a nice calm day, so I'm going to put the drone up in the air and see if I can see anything else in the mountains around here. A visual from the sky, you never know, right? So I just got back to the tracker and figured I'd give a little update on the boots, how they are doing. I didn't get sponsored or nothing for these. I just figured, you know, it's hard to find a good pair of rubber boots. So these here are actually not bad. I gotta say, they're pretty comfortable. 8 Fans is the brand name. Sit right there. And they're 1,000 grams, so 500 grams each. They're not overly heavy. Pretty good on the feet. Only problem I find is in summertime they're really warm on the feet. Like, I do have 2 pairs of pants on too, so I guess that don't help any. But except for that, they're great. Definitely the best pair of rubber boots I had yet. So I'm gonna go over by the ammunition storage building now and put the drone up in the air and see what we can see.